Good morning, students. Today we are going to see chapter 10, that is contacts with distant lands from history. First part we are going to see today. So, contacts with distant lands by the way of ship. India has a long history of contact or interaction with distant lands. Contact between lands can occur in different ways. What are all the ways? Interaction through trade, interaction through migration, that is trade, doing business, migration, moving from one place to another place, and contact, that is interaction through conquest, that is in the form of war, and contact through religion. So, what are all the topic we are going to discuss in this lesson? Let me see. So, we will discuss contact through trade and the Sangam Age. In that, we will see about the Satavahanas, the Cheras, the Cholas, and the Pandyas. And also, we will discuss about trade along the Silk Route. So, what is contact through trade? During the early Vedic age, kingdoms of North India did not have much contact through trade with distant lands. Trade means business. However, many kingdoms of South India had established flourishing trade with parts of Southeast Asia and the West. The Sangam Age, between the 4th century BCE, before Common Era, and 2nd century CE, that is Common Era. The part of southern India that was made up of present day Tamil Nadu, Kerala, parts of Andhra Pradesh, and Karnataka was known as Tamilakam. Our main literary source of information of the ancient period of South India is the Sangam literature. Actually, the poet used to write what the things happen in the kingdom. That is about the war and the people benefited by the king, and also the king development and many things, art, architecture, everything we can see in Sangam literature. Periodically, poets and writers of this land used to assemble in the city of Madurai to produce rich works of Tamil literature. This assembly was called Sangam, meaning confluence or meeting point, and this age came to be called the Sangam Age. Sangam literature is a rich source of information about various aspects of life during this period of South Indian history. That is, what was the thing happened in the Chola period, Chera period, and Pandya period, and also in the Satavahanas period. From this, we come to know about the four principal ruling dynasties of Tamilakam. That is the Cholas, the Cheras, the Pandyas, and the Satavahanas. Let me see first about the Satavahanas. The Satavahanas are Andhras ruled for almost 400 years from the 2nd century BCE to the 2nd century CE over parts of present day Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. Their capital was at Pratisthana. The Satavahanas maintained trading relations with, see here the part showing in the map. Actually, they had the trading relation with the people Rome, Iran, Egypt, Arabia, Burma, and Malaysia through ports located on both the east and west coast. The greatest ruler in Satavahana's period, if we see, Sri Gautami Putra Satakarani. Let me see about the Cheras. The Cheras ruled over present day Kerala and some parts of western Tamil Nadu. Vanchi, near the famous port of Muziris, was their capital. One of the greatest kings of the Cheras was Senguttuvan. We called Seran Senguttuvan. The Cheras had trading relations with the ancient Greeks and Romans through the ports of Tondi and Muziris. The Yavanas mostly took back spices, silk, and precious stones. Many Roman coins of this time have been found from this region. Let me see about the Cholas. The Chola kingdom mainly included the Trichy and Tanjavur regions of Tamil Nadu. Karikala was the most famous of the Chola kings. The capital city was Urayur and their main port was at Kaveri Pumpattinam. Trade flourished between the Chola kingdom and the ancient Roman Empire. The Cholas also traded with Southeast Asia. The main items of imports were thus they imported horses from Arabia, wine from Rome, and finished goods from Indonesia and Sri Lanka. Spices, rice, precious stones, and ivory were exported. The Pandyas. The Pandya kings ruled over the regions of Madurai, Ramanathapuram, and Tirunelveli in southern Tamil Nadu. The capital of the Pandya was at Madurai. Their main port was at Korkai. The greatest ruler, if we see in the Pandya kingdom, was Nedunjalian. The Pandyas traded the things related pearls, spices, ivory, and shells with the Greeks and Romans through their port at Korkai. And also they imported horses, gold, and glass. Let me see trade along the Silk Route. So actually the people going to trade in certain path, that route may be noted as Silk Route. Silk was actually invented by the ancient Chinese. Its soft, smooth feel and rich look made silk an item of great demand among rulers and nobles around the world who preferred to wear robes made of silk. For a long time, the process of making silk was kept as a closely guarded secret by the Chinese. This ensured that silk from China remained in great demand around the world. So all over the world, silk became a great demand. The Chinese took their silk to the different kingdoms and exchanged them for other valuable goods like spices and precious stones. The routes through which they carried out this trade were known as the Silk Road. As we are seeing in this map, these are all the Silk Route. The Silk Route extended from China to the Mediterranean Sea. See, as we are seeing in the map, it just extended from China to Mediterranean Sea. A branch of it came to India through the passes in the northwest. In time, the Silk Route became not only a path for the exchange of goods but also of cultural ideas. So, not only for the business purpose, they are going for the about the cultural ideas also exchange. Buddhism traveled from India to China mainly along this route. Knowledge of various things invented in China, like paper, silk, and gunpowder, was brought to India by traders traveling along the Silk Route. Thank you, children. We will see in the next part the continuation of this lesson.